Hey everyone, welcome back to Tidbits with Tara. I'm glad you're here. So, in my life, I've had many different jobs, but I want to talk to you about one specifically. When I was 16, almost 17, I worked through a co op program in my high school, and that is where I could go to school half days and work half days. But shortly into it, I found out that I was pregnant. So I decided to quit school and work for this company full time. Now, I had a lot of different positions within this company, and I worked very, very hard to become the human resource manager. And the management wanted me to go back to school, get my GED, take some extra classes. So that's what I did, and I received my GED, and I had extra credits in human resource. Now, I was only able to have that position because I was committed to learning. I wanted to be a good leader. I was focused, reliable, well organized. I stayed positive. I wanted better communication skills. I was really engaged in the organization and wanted to continue practicing my skills and learning my skills. And I was really hungry for knowledge and wisdom. Now, with any job, we have to be in compliance with their guidelines and their regulations and their rules and their instructions. And when we succeed in a company, they also succeed and are very successful. And we should do our very best and put our best foot forward, not only for them, but most importantly, because we are servants of Yahweh. Now, my point in sharing all this is if I wasn't willing to step up and learn, I would not have gained all the knowledge from those experiences. And I am not done learning. I'm still learning, and I haven't achieved that yet. And I hope I never feel like I have. Which reminds me of scripture in Hosea 4:6. For my people have perished for lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I reject you from being priest for me. Since you have forgotten the Torah of your Elohim, I also forget your children. Now, I want to break this down a little bit in Hebrew because Yahweh has a beautiful language and he paints a wonderful picture of what he's trying to tell his children. So that word knowledge has 3 Hebrew letters. It's the Dalet, which is like a picture of a door. So it's movement, entrance. And then you have the Ayin, which is a picture of an eye, which is watch, knowing, knowledge. And then you have the Tav, which is a mark, a sign, a signal. So this word knowledge could be translated, when you enter the door of truth, Yahweh will give you his eye to know what his word speaks, which if we receive, allows us to have his mark on our lives. Now, if you're in obedience to Yahweh's word and you consider yourself in the royal priesthood, which in 1 Peter 2:9, it says, you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a set-apart nation, a people for a possession, that you should proclaim praises to him who called you out of darkness and into his marvelous light. So being a priest, you have this covenant with Yahweh. You have this covering. And he says here, if you reject knowledge, you will not be a priest for him. And that word priest is also 3 Hebrew letters. It's the Kaf, which is like an open palm, bend, allow or tame. And then it's the Hey, which is like breath, revelation, hands raised high. And then you have the Nun, which is a picture of a seed. So like an heir or a son, or it also means to continue. So the way I see this word priest is when we allow ourselves to be cultivated by the breath of Yahweh, and we raise our hands and our arms into submission, into his will, we become his heir. Now we see in the scripture that they rejected the Torah. Well, they have forgotten the Torah. And that's where we get our knowledge from his word. And so the Torah is laws, instructions, it's his guidelines, and we should be in compliance with those if we are believers. And just like a job, if we're not following the guidelines and the rules and the instructions and the regulations, we will be lost within that company and we will not succeed, and they will end up letting us go. And we do not want to see that with Yahweh. We want to gain his knowledge. We don't want to reject it. And we want to be priest for him and follow his laws and his instructions and his guidelines. So I pray that this tidbit with Tara has been knowledgeable to you. I pray that you will dig a little deeper into his word, get yourself a Strong's Concordance, an ancient Hebrew lexicon, a polyglot, and dig a little deeper into his word, the meaning of his word. So until next time, blessings and shalom.